I was thinking something like a Farsa, but they wanted Valentina. This pick has been rising just a little bit in popularity.
Let's see. The draft has been concluded. Who will take game one in this elimination match? Casters, Mirko and Gani, take it away.
Wow. We are starting off with a banger, man.
Woo!
Both teams really reading from the blueprints made by Onyx, made by Alter Ego, beating each other up. So, all right, Gani, who do you like better, man?
I think draft-wise, I gotta lean towards the right side, and that's gonna be Evos.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think in the end there, I have to switch back to the left side. I think BTR actually have what it takes to actually deal with the dive from the side of Evos. But, folks, this is game number one in an elimination lower bracket match. Evos takes on BTR as the Garuda Wings of MPLID takes us into the land of dawn. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be game one between Bigatron by Vitality and Evos. Remember, this is the best of 5. One team will advance and one team has to go home.
Hey, man, how brutal is it? Imagine being Key here, right? You didn't make it to playoffs last season. This time you make it to playoffs, you get dropped down, and the first team you have to eliminate or be eliminated by are your ex-teammates. Swaylo having to flicker early, Gani. It's a brave smite for the Valentina, something we actually haven't seen from any Valentinas in the playoffs of ID so far. It's mainly been a Pure Rage for Hijume, QC for Moreno in game one against Alter Ego. So it's a sustained battle. Also, we have to talk a little bit about the nerfs in a way. Hotfix came in for the Bane. You're not able to deal that much damage anymore, but you're still pretty good, you know? Look at this setup for Finn.
With the taunt, it's a 3v3. Albert connects to Shadow. That's gonna be key though, very low. The burst damage is enough with Finn picking up first blood, and that's gonna be the knock-up on towards the Sway low.
Oh my God!
The damage is there as Niall will connect the last arrows. 2 kills on the board early for Bigatron.
The Tigers were caught lacking, man. Electrocuted by the robots early. Why did they even try to fight there? Albert, oh, hold on now. That's a quad shadow.
That's gonna be the Shadow kill, finding a solo. Albert finds compensation for the White Tigers. Young blood versus veteran though.
You can definitely see that experience come to play, man. Albert, he saw those resources depleted. He saw that BTR had used a lot of the resources to win out the early skirmish, and it was a free kill. Now Iman.
Oh, this is not a good position. Has to flicker though. In the mid lane, it's a 3v2. It's not a fair fight as Kate will fall for the second time this game on this Baksha. As the turtle is up, I don't think Evos can contest.
Albert looks very whole. Iman in the gold lane holding his own here. Erlan's gonna run out of minions to fight for Shogun. Free turtle for BTR. They do not want to go for the purple.
That's gonna be the taunt. The Mount Shocker connecting on towards Sway low. Both the mid laners and the roamers from Evos has died twice.
Not a good look. Definitely not. But as long as Albert and Erlan continue to farm, I think they're still okay. Obviously, this is bad. Turtle 1, 4-1. BTR known to snowball very, very well into the mid game, especially with a composition like this. Especially with Shogun on a pick that's not Yuzong. I got a lot of comments yesterday saying, yo, maybe Shogun just doesn't fit Yuzong, and I agree, you know? On that part, I think Lutpi deserves the first team. Just on the Yuzong. Just on the Yuzong, Gani.
I mean, they gotta step up, man. Definitely gotta step up, but looks good on this Lampu, right? The connection in the top, that's gonna be Shaman Force. Deadly Catch will not be enough to hinder the movements and the damage. Albert gets 2 kills already.
I like this from Evos, though, right? Like yesterday, they saw through what Onyx were doing. They saw that, you know, Onyx, they have a really good jungle. They have a really good gold laner. And for the most part, they just relied on those two, putting utility on the rest of the team. That's what Evos are doing now. They know that they have a really good gold laner in Erlan, an amazing jungler in Albert. So why not just bank on them to carry the game? And so far, it's actually doing really well. A turtle with 4 kills. Erlan up top.
Coming Force pop AOG as well. Erlan 3v1. And with the taunt, that will seal the deal. Now, though, will pick up his 3rd kill in the game. And all good here for the Red Robots.
Now that's a download. BTR, they saw what Onyx did to Evos too. It was both sides, right? Not just what Evos had to deal with And they know they need to shut Erlan down before he becomes an actual threat in the late game. They need to get the job done. They learned from yesterday's match against Alter Ego as well. Let's take a look at the emblems by GamesMax here. Finally, Tenacity for Moreno. Interesting choice. He knows, he's quite susceptible to the Hayabusa. Yazuke was able to get a lot of really good initiations on him. Rendy.
They want to contest the second turtle here. Albert is on it. I don't think Houston Chin here has an angle. That will be a free one for Albert. Do they want to fight? AOJ lands on towards Niall. Tracer is used, but that's Rendy just sticking his body towards Niall. Suelo will get the final say though. That's going to be a flicker. It's a 1-for-1, a turtle for a kill.
And the zoning is immaculate from Rendy. Yisun Shin is very vulnerable to the Alices, to the Yu Zongs as well. That's free for Evos. And their composition now is turned on all of a sudden. It looked to be kind of dismembered, Finn.
I don't think Finn can escape this. They will not commit this just yet though. Revitalize and Puissance. That's a tanky Baksha, but the damage is there for Bigatron. Shogun gets the kill. Top lane though, right? I think Erlon has an advantage here right now. Finn is still low. Albert jumping in. That's a shadow. Just to get back to safety. Wow. It's either or. It's an even game still.
Yep. And that actually favors Evos when it's an even game. Albert will scale like a monster. Erlan, don't even need to say it. It's a Harith. Compared to the Bane, it's kind of weird though. The Bane's in a way a scaler too. It's just a different type, you know? You don't expect it, and then all of a sudden, Hawk Twa, you're dead, you're down. Right now, BTR, it just looks kind of odd, you know, how they haven't been able to utilize the tempo, how Evos have been better around those rotations, despite the early lead, and despite that ridiculous skirmish early on from Evos. Let's take a look at the items. You're going on for both the mid laners. Nothing too crazy right now, but Evos want to threaten the top lane. Shogun has rotated. They have to back away now. Revitalize will be back for Key, thankfully, for the third and final turtle of the game. 7-3, but the lead is on Evos' side. Looking like a good day for Evos.
Wusun now with the clear bot side will rotate towards his own jungle as well. Bigatron, what's the call here? It seems like the call is to pop them out, Shocker, see the information, but Evos, they want to fight this turtle as well. Shogun, Rendy in the back, that's gonna be the stun, that's gonna be the burst. Moreno will find the kill. AOG doesn't really land, but Albert finds the turtle. Now it's a 5v4, still heavily favoring the red robots and the two-man knockup. Down goes Suelo, down goes Key. Bigatron now, they have a man advantage with the shadow kill. With the taunt, beautiful connection, and Finn survives. That's a conceal. That's Niall from the flanks as Iman picks up a kill on towards Erlan.
What a download by BTR. Those are the patterns. Albert does not have shadow kill. Iman was not at risk of dying there. Evos have such a good way to control the neutral objectives through the zoning, but if BTR say, no, we won't get zoned, we'll look for the team fight anyways, that's where it gets difficult for Evos. They won't be able to play that tempo matchup, that systematic playstyle to secure neutral objectives. BTR played a dirty game, and it worked. Now Evos, they tried their best the entire game to evade from this big lead. And yes, it's not that big of a lead, but it's the lead that BTR would want at this point of the game with two turtles going to Evos. Starlium sight done, so at least we are getting closer to those power spikes for Evos, where finally they'll be able to retaliate in BTR's crazy team fighting style.
Technically, Evos are not out of this race just yet though, right? Even though they lose an expensive mid structure, but it's just 1,000 gold between them, so definitely counterplay. Stop structure, looking juicy. They will trade it with the bottom side structure. Keep in mind, Evos has a structure to play with. They wanted to make another structure top.
This is the problem though, right? For Evos and BTR, structures will be valued by BTR a bit more than Evos. Hold on, Shogun. Did they want to go on him?
That's a knock-up on towards Key. That leaks Trigger, revitalized spot by Key. The knock-up again. Key trying to hold on. He will escape this time. AOG! And the AoE from the side of Evos lands. Now Bigatron, they're in big trouble as they are 3 men down. And Evos, they will take this opening to take the Lord.
Rendy on the Alice. Always magical, not just the damage, but the way he can turn fights around. Evos got that X factor in them. They got that clutch factor. and it's on Rendy, on Alice. Phenomenal stuff. That was a 4-man. Almost. Moreno was able to evade just in time. The AOG came through and there was nothing they could do. Iman, he had flicker, but he was still immobilized. He was for sure tapping that. Look at this all over again, man. Rendy playing in the back. He will go down here, and they knew it. They just used him as a sacrifice. In the end, he doesn't ultimately go down, and it is an amazing throne of ruin to turn the tides and to put Evos back where they want it. They are scaling, so even just going even will be great for them. The fact that they got a Lord, it's so good. BTR won't even be able to utilize those little ambushes they like to do on the Eastern Chin on dangerous grass.
2 minutes ago, Bigatron, they were ahead of Miracle. And look at them now. With that play alone, Evos, they just take control. And now Bigatron, they gotta defend. I don't mind their high ground though.
Yeah. Their wave clear isn't bad, but it isn't like Yi Farsa type of good as well. It's really good clear for Iman with the help of Nile as well, but they will be able to get some tier 2s for sure here. Actually, all the tier 2s. Holy Shield in the bottom lane going to be defended. Moreno. Take it low.
See though, yeah, but they will defend their mid structure though. And so far, so good for Bigatron. All 3 base turrets still up. You know, Evos they're taking it slow as well.
Doing all they can actually tank up the shots for the tier 2. Key!
Oof, Key jumping in. That's going to be Shogun. Very low. Bursted down by Erlon. Holy Crystal picked up. That's going to be alarming for Bigatron by Vitality. 20 seconds. Oh, Rendy jumps in under the turret.
Hold on, wait.
That's going to be Rendy just blundering. He will fall.
no.
Moreno. A knock-up punch towards Key. AOG is there. And Key with the shield unity will not be able to escape. Erlon finds a connection with the Shaman Force. That's a double. Looking for a possible triple, but Albert will pick up that kill. 3 members from that fight are off.
Evos went too far, BTR chased too far, now it's Shogun left to defend, knows him on force, but I don't think you want to take this as Albert.
Ooh, Shogun, previous fighter. That's Erlon. The burst damage is there with the Holy Crystal doing work. That's a deadly catch under the turret. Erlon is definitely unstoppable.
Erlan on the Harrod has scaled up, man. I wonder what items he's sitting on, but BTR are in big, big trouble. Their composition gets outscaled. They really need that early game, and Evos through the clutch came back, turned the game around. This is looking real bad for the Red Robots as Evos continue to scale up, continue to have those ridiculous engages from Rendy, and the follow-up from the Valentina.
Yeah.
Initially, not a fan of the Valentina pick, but it was just purely for the combo. You steal the AOG, and it's a pseudo Alice Gata top position with the Baksha. You have the game fact here, 72.97% Hayabusa win rate for Albert as they contest for the Lord.
You gotta gamble this, but Evos, they will burst the Lord down, no problem. 2-man knockup. Oh, the desperate play. Nile take him down. Evos, they will collapse. 2-man terrify by Sway Low will be enough as Erlon picks up the monster. And another 3-man kill for the White Tigers.
The game's done. There's no way BTR defend this without Shogun, Nile, and Iman. Evos, they're pouncing on their prey. They see a weakness and they go in. It's Erlan.
Oh, Finn now very low. Evos though will find Finn. Ladies and gentlemen, it does seem like the Red Robots, they haven't updated their software. And for game 1, it will be a wipeout to top it off. Evos takes it.
A stomp in game